Hello student. So this is the second lecture. In this lecture we are going to see the ionization of weak acid and weak bases. Okay, weak acid and weak bases ionization. What is weak acid? For example, acetic acid is weak acid, right? And ammonium hydroxide is a weak base. Okay, this is just for the example. Many weak acids and weak bases are there. Now what happens? What is ionization of weak acid and weak base? As we know that weak acid and weak bases ionizes partially, they are not fully ionized. And hence, if you see the reaction over here, that is shown as a reversible reaction. That is shown as a reversible reaction. These two ions are forming from these two reactants, and again these two ions get converted to the reactant. Okay, so to this equation, see now this is a weak acid, okay, ionization of weak acid. So HA is considered as the general weak acid. In the water it forms a hydronium ion, H3O plus ion and A minus ion. Okay, so by applying law of mass action, so product of concentration of these two species upon product of concentration of these two species, okay, ये दोनों का, okay, these two species का concentration जो है क्या होगा, डिनोमिनेटर में जाएगा, ओके, ये न्यूमरेटर में रहेगा. That is equal to Ke. We can write here. See, if you see the equation, see Ke is equal to H3O plus concentration of H3O plus into concentration of A minus upon concentration of EHA into concentration of water. Okay, so but as water is in the very large excess, so we can write K into H2O is equal to H3O plus into A minus concentration of A minus upon concentration of EHA. Okay, and as we know that H2 is very weakly ionized, so this can be considered as a constant. So above equation we can write here as a Ka. Ka is equal to H3O plus into A minus upon EHA. So these are what the concentration term of respective species. Okay, so where K is called as acid dissociation constant or acid ionization constant. Acid dissociation or acid ionization constant. Okay, so in a more simple manner, how you can write EHA gives H plus and A minus. Okay, so concentration of H plus into concentration of A minus upon concentration of EHA, that can be also shown as a Ka. Okay, in a more simpler form we can show it like this, or you can show like this. Okay, instead of H plus, here is the only hydronium ion. Okay, now see expression of Ka, dissociation constant of acid, in terms of alpha, that is degree of dissociation, and C is a concentration. Okay, so HA is a monoprotic acid. Since it gives only one proton, it is a monoprotic. It gives only one proton, hence monoprotic. दोन प्रोटॉन दिले असते तर डायप्रोटिक, तीन प्रोटॉन दिले असते तर ट्रायप्रोटिक. We'll see that in further slide. Okay, so in terms of alpha and C, how we can write C? As we know that the number of H3O plus ions are equal to the number of A minus ions, and that is shown as a alpha C. Okay, concentration after time T is alpha C, and the concentration after time T for the reacting species or reactant is a 1 minus alpha into C. That already we have seen in the last lecture also. Okay, so putting these values in previous equation. Okay, which previous equation? Either this equation, okay, or this equation. This equation. What we are getting here? See, K is equal to alpha C into alpha C upon 1 minus alpha into C. Therefore, alpha square C upon 1 minus alpha. Okay, what happened here? C get cancelled. Hence, the only one C is there. So, alpha is equal to square root of K upon C. If 1 minus alpha is 1, then this equation, yeah, here it is. Okay, if when it comes, when 1 minus alpha is alpha, is 1. Okay, since alpha is negligible. Okay, for weak acid it is a negligible, or for weak electrolytes alpha is a negligible. Okay, 1 minus alpha. Okay, the whatever alpha is left, this minus alpha is very less. Hence, we get this equation. Okay. So H3O plus ion is equal to concentration of H3O plus ion is equal to alpha C. That can be written as by putting value of alpha. We have value of alpha what? Square root of K into C. Put that square root of K into C here. Okay, into C. Therefore, what happened now? When this C comes out, or when this C goes inside, it will become square. Okay, when it will goes inside the square root, it will become square. So therefore, C get cancelled and only one C is left here. Okay, C half. This is now C. If you take this outside, how you can write it as a K raised to 1/2. I think it is very much clear to you. Okay, K raised to 1/2 and C raised to 1/2. Okay, this is how the equation is. Okay, but you just remember this. Similarly, we can think for the monoacidic base. Monoacidic base. It takes only one proton, hence it is monoacidic base. So B plus H2O gives you BH plus OH minus. Okay, or more simply you can write BOH gives you B plus and OH minus. Right? So for a reversible reaction, applying law of mass action from above equation, concentration of these two species, product of concentration of these two species upon product of concentration of these two species. Okay, I am marking over here. Or you can write product of concentration of these two species upon concentration of this species. Okay, that is that. So here K into S2 as usual, S2 is a very less dissociated, hence we can write this as a Kb. Kb is equal to concentration of product of concentration of product upon concentration of reactant. Or simply by simple equation, you can take this equation, from this you can write this. Okay, or you can take this, from which you will get this equation. This is what the dissociation constant for the base, that is Kb. Okay, or ionization constant for the base. Okay, so how we can take the expression for Kb in terms of alpha and C, and previously we have seen expression for K in terms of alpha and C. In the same way we can write here. So BH plus or OH minus is equal to alpha C, and concentration of reactant becomes 1 minus alpha into C. This is after time t. Okay, this concentration is after time t. Okay, so by putting this in the previous equation, what we will get Kb is equal to alpha C upon 1 minus alpha into C, right? So C get cancelled, alpha square C upon 1 minus alpha. If 1 minus alpha is equal to 1, in that case what will happen? Alpha is equal to Kb upon C. You can simplify this. Okay, and from which we can find out OH minus ion concentration, that is equal to alpha into C. Put the equation for alpha here, okay, into C. So here this is a C and this is C raised to 1/2 when it comes outside. Okay, पण हा जर मध्ये गेला याच्यामध्ये, it will become square of C. In that case what will happen? So this C and that C will get cancelled, only half of the C will remain over there, and Kb into C is the equation for that. So here is what the examples. Okay, very simple example. The acid dissociation constant for acetic acid is 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 5, that is Ka. Calculate degree of dissociation. You have to calculate degree of dissociation. Okay, and second, hydronium ion concentration from the solution, having concentration 0.1 molar. What equation you have? K is equal to alpha square C upon 1 minus alpha. And what is Ka? Ka is equal to 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 5. Okay, you have one more equation, alpha is equal to square root of K upon C. Okay, and you know the concentration of the equation also. So see here 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 5. Okay, and into 10 raised to minus 1. Okay, so the concentration is given over here. from which you can find out the value of alpha. What is value of alpha? It's a 1.304 into 10 raised to minus 2. Okay. Similarly, hydronium ion concentration of a solution. Hydronium ion concentration of a solution. Okay. Having concentration 0.1 molar. Put the values. You know that SCO plus is equal to K into C, square root of K into C. That we have seen over here in the previous equation. Okay, no need to go back. Just put the values and you will get hydronium ion concentration as a 1.304 into 10 raised to minus 3. In the same way, you can find out the concentration of OH minus ion. See, the hydroxide ion concentration is 0.05. Okay, this is a monoacidic base since it takes only one proton. Okay, calculate what? Alpha, degree of dissociation, the base dissociation constant. You have to find out the Kb and alpha. And what is given? Hydroxide ion concentration is given 0.05 molar. Yeah, here it is. This one is the hydroxide ion concentration. Okay, and solution concentration is 0.05. Okay, so C is the solution concentration, OH minus ion concentration is the hydroxide ion concentration. Put the values in this equation. You can get the value of Kb. Use that. Now see what second they are asking for from the equation. Okay, let it be. So we know that OH minus concentration is alpha into C, right? What they are asking you? They are asking you to find out the value of dissociation constant. This should be the degree of dissociation, not dissociation constant. Let me check it out. Something is going. Okay, this is degree of dissociation. They are finding out here. Okay, they are asking here degree dissociation constant. They are asking for the Kb. Okay, first they here they calculated the Kb. Okay, and second is the degree of dissociation. It's not much complicated actually. Okay. So by putting only the values and using the equation what we have learned already, we can easily find out any value. You can find out Kb, Ka, OH minus ion concentration, SCO plus ion concentration, H plus concentration, like that. You can find out B plus concentration or B concentration or Kb concentration. Kb you can find out Kb. You can find out alpha. Okay, you have to just look at the problem and write out the what is given over there, and after that start to solve the problem. Okay, so what is a polyprotic acids? Okay, so you know that there is a acid like H2SO4. H2SO4 gives 2 proton. H3PO4 gives you 3 proton. Okay, if the acid gives 2 proton, that is a diprotic acid. If it gives 3 proton, that is a triprotic acid. Okay, so hence the polyprotic acids, and for that we are going to see the corresponding dissociation constants. Okay, see, polyprotic acids have more than one ionizable proton per molecule. Okay, and they can donate more than single proton per molecule. So this is what the sulfurous acid H2SO3. It gives 2H plus ion. Here H2C2O4 gives 2 H plus ion. H2S gives 2H plus ion. H2H, this is the general diprotic acid. This is what the first dissociation constant is a Ka. In the second dissociation, this molecule undergo dissociation to use 1H plus ion. It will become A2 minus, that is the second dissociation constant. So first dissociation constant is written by this equation by applying law of mass action. So product of concentration of these two species, and second dissociation constant is written by using this equation. Okay, so product of concentration of these two species upon concentration of a reactant. This is HA is reactant that goes to the denominator, right? So law of mass action. So what they are saying here, K is greater than K2. K1 is greater than Ka2. Since the second case, H plus ion released from the negatively charged ion, that cannot be easily released. Already त्याला गरज आहे आणि तो H plus कसा देईल है ना, त्याला अगोदर H plus ची गरज आहे. That's why the second dissociation constant is less than the first dissociation constant. So see, we can see first dissociation constant, second dissociation constant, and third dissociation constant for the phosphoric acid. काय करायचं आहे तुम्हाला, फक्त ह्या दोन स्पेसिफिक यांचा जो आहे कॉन्सन्ट्रेशनचा प्रोडक्ट घ्यायचा आहे अपॉन concentration of reactant, that is a Ka1. Same is the case here, Ka2. Same is the case here, Ka3. Here Ka1 is greater than Ka2 and Ka2 is greater than Ka3. Why? Because negative charge goes on increasing here to minus. त्याच्यामुळे हा सहजासहजी H plus देऊ शकत नाही. Hence, okay, Ka3 is very less than Ka1, right? So this is how polyprotic acids can be shown. Okay, these type of examples are frequently asked in the examination, this kind of examples. Okay, so you need to go through it in detail. Now next is a common ion effect. Next concept is a common ion effect. So that we'll see in the next lecture. I'm purposely going to make short lecture so that you will not get bored out of your lecture. Okay, thank you.